Hey guys, welcome back once again to Niagara Fire Corals. Today we're going to go over the ITC Reef Delete. This is the newer version. It's the 1.02. It's supposedly 1.7 times stronger than the previous one. We're going to open this box up. We'll have a look at what's inside, and I have already used it, and I'll go over kind of my thoughts on this product. But before we get into that, I'd like to say I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing and all the support I've been getting on the channel. I apologize that I've been away now for the last, I believe it's probably been about 3 weeks. I just finished completing a large renovation on my home, and I was very tied up between that and working, and I just didn't have time to do any videos. But I'm back now. I've got lots of videos coming up. I'm going to do a tank update. We're due on an update on the display, show you guys how great the tank is doing now. I've had a couple of things that have happened that I want to go over with you guys and talk about. And of course, we have the upcoming Niagara Coral Expo on April 30th, which I am a vendor at. So you can come there and meet me if you're in the area, as well as, of course, I'm going to get as much content from that show as I can, and I will post up a video for that. So without further ado, again, I do apologize for my absence from the channel, but I'm back now. I'm going to try and put out as much content as I can. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe, hit that notification button below so you see when my new content comes out. And we'll go on now and we'll have a look at the Reef Delete, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. All right, guys, so here we are. This is the box as you would get it. Of course, it'd be wrapped in a plastic wrap. You can see there, it's 1.7 times more powerful than the previous version. So I did not own the previous version, so I can't compare. But I can tell you that I did hear that a lot of people were complaining about the previous version not working very well. So we're going to open this box up. We'll have a look inside, and then we'll discuss the Reef Delete. It was very well packaged. When you open it up, don't be alarmed that you get obviously your books, your how-to guides, everything that you need to know about the Reef Delete. It also comes with a card I'll show you, and you get a pair of these. These would also have been wrapped in plastic, but again, I've already used it, so they're not anymore. The Reef Delete is located underneath. Can be kind of alarming to somebody. They think maybe they forgot to put it in there. So this is the test card that comes with it. When you're using the product, it's very, very difficult to see the light that it emits. So you can put this test card underwater and you can shine it on this dot right here, and that dot will glow or illuminate, telling you that it's working. This is just a test card so you can see for yourself that it is working. Then of course, this is the Reef Delete itself. It's all made of aluminum. You know, you can see I've put an elastic on there. There's a reason for that, which I'll show you guys. But, you know, first thoughts, it's very well built. It feels like you could throw this down a set of stairs and you would not damage it. Inside the back end here is your battery. Okay. Here's your battery. Let's see, you can see here, that's a charging port for the battery. That's how you charge it. It does not come with a charger. So this is just the standard chargers that, you know, most things we use in life use. So I'm sure everybody probably already has one at home. If not, they're readily available pretty well anywhere. The battery, I believe, will last 24 hours of use once it's fully charged. It does emit a red light while it's charging, and once it is fully charged, it will turn green and it'll emit a green light. You can see it there. So this battery's fully charged, and that's it. To the unit. One thing I will say is this here, it's a sensor. So you cannot use this outside of water. You can see there it's flashing orange. It's not working. When you're underwater and you hit this button, it'll be flashing green, letting you know that it's working. So you cannot use this outside of the water, so you don't have to worry about, you know, injuring your pets or yourself. These glasses here that comes with it, they may not seem like it, but they are very, very dark. It is extremely difficult to see what you're doing while wearing these. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips that I've started doing using this, making it a lot easier, making it a lot more effective. I'll be right back and we'll go over that. All right, guys. So the number one problem that people were having with this unit on the first version has not been corrected on the second version, and that issue was pushing the button and holding it underwater at your target, your say your Aptasia. This button, it doesn't seem very difficult to push, but when you're doing it repetitively underwater and trying to hold that button for anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes at a time, it will tire your finger, your wrist, your hand, every part of your lower forearm very quickly. So what I'm doing with this elastic here is I just have a small piece of acrylic. Anything would work. And I'm just going to show you what I've done. I just take this elastic, I stick the elastics over top of the acrylic on the bottom end here. Now I'm going to bring it in close for you guys to see what I've done. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see if I can get it to focus. So there you go. You can see it sits down underneath of this notch. There's a notch or a cutout there in the aluminum. It sits down in there and it's over top of the button. Now, look at that, like with zero effort. So you could use this thing for hours and your hand won't get tired anymore. I'm putting almost no pressure on that at all. Okay, so that's what I've done to resolve the pushing the button issue. This has made it extremely easy for me to use. That's one issue that I know that people have had with this. That's how I've dealt with it. So that's a non-issue for me anymore. It actually is helpful because you can now, if you want to get down into deeper locations to get at Aptasia, I can now hold it by the very back of the unit and still push that button and get that down in there. So it's actually been beneficial for me. Okay, so that was one of the huge problems that people were complaining about with the first version of this. The second issue was that it was not very powerful and people were having a hard time ridding themselves of Aptasia. Again, I did not use the first version, so I can't compare, but I can tell you from using this one, if it is a small Aptasia, 60 seconds, this for me has been wiping them completely out. I have not had to go back and hit them a second time. Larger Aptasias, it does take a lot longer, 60 seconds to 2 minutes, and then I will usually see them come back out again around 3 to 4 days later. But when they come back out, you can tell that they are not healthy. I'll hit them a second time at that point, again for another 1 to 2 minutes, and it seems to be getting rid of them. I am not going to say that this is a product that you would want to buy in itself to rid your tank of Aiptasia. It absolutely can knock them down. It can keep them under control. But obviously, with this being the size it is, I have a large tank. There's spots I just cannot reach. You still have to employ some kind of secondary method to try and control your Aiptasia. At the moment, I am breeding, or I don't know if you'd call it breeding, but I'm growing, or however you want to put it, Aiptasia in a 5-gallon tank in my sump room, because I'm going to get nudibranchs, the Bergay nudibranchs for Aiptasia, because along the backside of my rock work, I cannot reach there, and there's a bunch of Aiptasia back there. So I'm going to be using those as well as this to control the Aiptasia in my system. I will say I am happy with this product. I did not go into buying this thinking that it was a magic cure for Aiptasia. I already had kind of expectations of what I was going to see from this, but for the money it cost me and the efforts that I have to put in with it, I will say I am pleased with this one. It does seem to be working. And again, if you're willing to put in a little bit of time, if you have a saltwater tank, time shouldn't be something that you worry about. We all have to put in the effort if you want to have an outstanding tank. And this is just another one of those products where with a little bit of effort and a little bit of time, this can absolutely help. And I am pleased with it. So the third thing that people were complaining about with using this product is, as I stated earlier, the light that it emits is very, very faint. So it is hard. It's not like it's a really bright light and you can clearly see that you're hitting that Aiptasia or that Magano or whatever you're after. It is very difficult to see the light. Now, putting these on top of that, these are not like the orange glasses or filtered glasses that we all wear to look at our beautiful corals. These glasses are much darker, and you combine that with this emitting next to no light that's visible, it is almost impossible to see that light. Now, I've come up with a couple of things that I do that works really, really well, and that is, if you want to work on your tank when the lights are on, what I do is I have a little mag flashlight. I put on my glasses, I put my Reef Delete into the tank, and then I shine the mag flashlight at the Aiptasia that I want to get with the Reef Delete. That mag flashlight lights up the Aiptasia good enough that I can clearly see it while wearing those, because if you don't light it up wearing these, it's very difficult to even see the Aiptasia you're trying to hit. So by lighting it up, so I hold my left arm outside of the tank, holding my mag light, lighting up the Aiptasia, this arm is in the tank, and then I activate the Reef Delete, and you can clearly see the Aiptasia start shriveling up and going away. Now, another way that I found this works really well for you to be able to see what you're doing is still using the combination of the flashlight and the Reef Delete. I do the Aiptasia with my lights off. So when the tank is completely dark. When the tank is completely dark, you can light the Aiptasia up just so you can see where it is, get your Reef Delete in position, start your Reef Delete. You can shut the flashlight off at that point. Because the tank is fully dark, you will see the light emitting from this, and you'll be able to see that you're killing that Aiptasia or Magano or whatever you're trying to rid the tank of with this product. So it is difficult to see what you're doing, but there are workarounds for that. And I found doing those two things works really, really well. I no longer have issues with seeing what I'm trying to hit with the Reef Delete. And aside from that, the only issue I have with it is it is, you know, a little difficult to get into some locations to rid those aptasias. So again, this isn't a product you would be able to rid your entire system of aptasia, but it definitely can be a big help and a great tool for doing it. You will still have to use something alongside this to rid those aptasias that you cannot reach with this. All right, guys, so that's my take on the Reef Delete. I'm gonna take this now into the sump room with you guys, and we'll go into that aquarium, a little 5-gallon where I'm growing some aptasia for the nudibranchs, and I will wipe one of them out with this to show you guys how it works. We'll have a look at the Reef Delete in action. So I'll meet you in the sump room. All right, guys, so as you can see, we've got a nice aptasia right here. So I'm gonna get the Reef Delete in the water, and we'll give this guy a shot with it, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. So you can clearly see the aptasia does not like it. Sorry about the camera, guys, it's auto-focusing. So you want to hit the aptasia for 60 seconds to a minute. Or sorry, 60 seconds to 2 minutes. You can see it's still shriveling it up. Now the good thing about this, from what I've read, is that when you are using this product, the Reef Delete, I'm wiping out the aptasia. So I'm going to stop there. As you can see, you can barely tell it's emitting a light. There, you see it? From what I have read, when you wipe out aptasia with this product, it also wipes out the spores as they release them. So hopefully the aptasia is not going to spread throughout your system. All right, guys, so that was the Reef Delete in action. And as you can see, it does knock them down. So I am happy with this product. I would buy the product again. And I recommend it for anybody that's willing to put in the little bit of time and effort that it takes to use it, because it does work if you're willing to put in the time and the effort. All right, guys, so there you have it, the Reef Delete. I am pleased with it. I do recommend it. Again, it is not magic. You do have to put some effort in. You do have to put the time in. If you look here on the box, it does say it'll get rid of Exenia, clove polyps, Majanos, algae, cyano, dinos, aptasia, star polyps, flatworms. You can use this for a number of different things. You can use it very close to existing corals because it does shine such a small spot that you don't have to worry about harming your neighboring corals to whatever it is that you're trying to knock out. So that's my take on the Reef Delete, guys. Make sure that you always wear these. I don't know exactly why the purpose for wearing them is. I understand UVC is obviously bad for your eyes, but when you use that card that I showed you, if you hold that on the outside of your aquarium and you have the Reef Delete inside, you shine it at the card does not light up, which tells me that the UVC is not coming through the glass, which makes me wonder why we're wearing these, but better safe than sorry. I wear them. Make sure you guys do too. It is a decent product. I'm happy with it. And that's it, guys. That's my take on the Reef Delete. Like I said earlier, I got a lot of new videos going to be coming out over the next week to 2 weeks. So make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button below. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next time, take care and happy reefing.